How many discounts does USAA Auto Insurance offer? Too many to say here. Multi-vehicle discount, safe driver discount, new vehicle discount, storage discount, legacy.
How many discounts will you stack up? Visit USAA.com/auto discounts. Restrictions apply.
This episode is sponsored by Friskies, who would like to tell your cats hi. Now, if that didn't get your cat's attention, there is one thing that always does the trick. Just pour some Friskies crunchy food in the bowl and you'll hear those paws come running. Works every time. With so many Friskies choices, you can always bring your cats running from their secret napping spots. There's always more to explore. See for yourself at Friskies.com or visit your local store.
Why do you have so many dogs?
I love animals.
You have 100 of them. Live on a farm, but when you're living like close to other people, why do you have 4 dogs?
I've been in the house since 2001.
3 mastiffs and a pit bull, and a partridge and a pear tree. Like, why?
These are the plaintiffs, Angel Luis Gonzalez and Christy Maldonado. Angel says 2 of the defendants' mean old junkyard dogs snatched their poor little puppy through the fence separating their yards. They actually managed to burrow a hole through the dirt under the fence, reached in, grabbed their pup, and mauled it to death. The guy doesn't properly supervise those beasts. They're a menace to society. Their dog's dead, and now they have to sue for the $2,040 they're owed in medical bills and cremation costs. Some people. This is the defendant, Eric Walmart. He says the plaintiff's pit bull puppy was the one who managed to get into his yard by a small hole in the plaintiff's fence. His dogs were just defending their territory from the intruding puppy, and he's sorry for their loss, but he did nothing wrong. Now his dogs have been impounded. The plaintiffs lied to the authorities, and if anyone's owed, it's him. He's accused of providing poor pit bull protection. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $5,000 for defamation of character plus boarding fees.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Milian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated. Come to order, please. Yes, ma'am. Litigants have been sworn in.
Angel Luis Gonzalez and Christy Maldonado, you are suing Eric Walmart for $2,040, the cost of a puppy, plus your vet bills, because according to you, his dog attacked and killed your dog. Mm-hmm. I'm very sorry that happened to you, and tell me, I'm sorry, and you have a counterclaim against them for $5,000 for defamation of character, as well as the boarding charges as a result of the involvement of animal control. All right, let's start at the beginning. Okay, what happened?
I was cooking dinner around 5:30 to 6 o'clock at night, and I let him out with our older dog. And 1 minute later, I went back out to call them back in, and our older dog only came back. So I went to investigate where our puppy went. And when I went to the fence near the neighbor's property, I seen his legs swoop under the fence right away. After that, I jumped on top of the fence to see what was going on, and I seen
what kind of fence is this?
That's a PVC fence. I have pictures.
Do you have a picture? Yeah.
Yes. With the PVC fencing, we've had ongoing issues with the other dogs digging onto our side, so we've had wood, cinder blocks put there to basically block them out from coming.
Whose fence is it, yours or theirs?
This is our fence.
Why wouldn't you just make sure it goes all the way down? You just purchased this fence how long ago?
My mother did. My mom's the house owner.
Okay, and according to you, it's because of ongoing problems with the neighbor's dogs? And why would you have a fence that has 4 inches gap?
At the time, it was filled up with dirt, but they kept digging onto our side.
Yeah, but this is like 10 feet. It's not like a hole that got dug. It's like 10 feet of space. It doesn't really make a lot of sense if that's the purpose of the fence. But anyway, so go on.
So
you go out and you see the puppy's feet going underneath.
Yes, and then I jumped onto the fence to look, and I seen the pit bull behind him and the mastiff in front of him nipping at him. So then I ran back inside to grab Christy's father, Rudy Maldonado, to come outside to help me just in case anything happened.
Right.
So we went to
Because what kind of dogs does he have?
3 Mastiffs and 1 Pit Bull. 2 Mastiffs are locked
English
up.
Mastiffs.
Okay, and go on.
And me and Rudy went to the front of the property where his fence entrance is. It was locked already. And I was on, half my body
How
was...
tall is this fence?
I would say about...
6 foot.
Yes, 6 to 8 feet, around that
Okay,
range.
go ahead.
I jumped on top of the fence with half my body over it, banging on it and yelling for them to come to me to leave
Yeah.
our dog alone. And that's when the Mastiff attacked fully attacked our Pit Bull and shook him and threw him onto the ground. And after about a couple seconds of doing that, he picked up our Pit Bull and brought him inside the house. After
Inside
that,
of his own house?
yes,
Right.
we've tried to come in contact with Eric, and he wasn't there.
When did you finally reach him?
The neighbor to him, on next house over to him, called him right away.
Okay,
And he
so
was-
that's how long after this had happened?
About 5 minutes.
Oh, 5 minutes. Okay, so now you've got him, and what does he do?
About a half hour later, he came.
Okay.
And after that, the police came as well, 2 police cars.
Okay.
He
All right.
came out with our puppy in a blanket saying he's dead.
Okay. And then you took the puppy to the vet and had the puppy cremated. So you're suing for the cost of the puppy. The puppy was how old?
10 weeks.
The cost of the cremation, the cost of the vet bill, and the cost of the puppy is what you're suing for. Let me hear from you. Why do you have so many dogs?
I love animals.
Yeah, you don't have to have 100 of them. Live on a farm, but when you're living like close to other people, why do you
Your
have
Honor,
4
I've been in the
dogs,
house since
3
2001.
mastiffs and a pit bull, and
Your
a
Honor,
partridge and a pear tree? Like, why
I have
do people do that? You have a right to.
testimony-
I just don't understand why
I have
people do that.
testimony that my dogs are not vicious from someone who worked as a supervisor for the town of Brookhaven, the animal shelter. Angel had, in his report to the cops, said that the dog got under the gate.
That his dog got under the gate.
Under the gate.
Right.
His girlfriend's daughter let the dog out. He didn't know that she had let the dog out, and somehow the dog got into my backyard.
I mean, it's the puppy is this big, and you're letting it out when you have a hole this big with vicious dogs, you say, next door. Did you really let the dog out, or did, like, a child accidentally let the dog out?
Vanessa.
Okay,
did.
so you didn't actually let the puppy out.
I was in the same room when she let him out.
But didn't you think that was risky with a big gaping hole underneath your fence going a good 10 feet?
I mean, when I let him out, in my mind, I figured it was fine because in the neighborhood, it basically approached us that the dogs next door weren't vicious like that.
Okay. Now,
In the
you
pen.
call, do you have the reports from your initial call?
Yes.
Let me see them. What do you think happened? How did your dog get to the other side?
I seen half his body under the fence, and he went on pretty quick, so I figured he couldn't do that by himself.
You figured that the dog got dragged? Okay. Okay, you tell me your side of this.
I was there not even 5 minutes. Anthony said that he saw the puppy in my
Come on,
backyard.
Anthony. Who's Anthony to you?
He's my neighbor.
Okay.
He saw the puppy in my backyard 20 minutes to a half hour before the cops even showed up.
Talk to me.
From where I was, you could see into his property. He also has pictures of that.
Okay. Let me see that. Go ahead.
There we were just hanging out pretty much on the deck, full view of his property, and I just saw this little puppy walking around, which, if you know Eric, that's not out of the normal. He loves dogs. He always has dogs.
Yeah, you
And
thought he got a 5th dog.
I was like, wow, he really got another dog. I said it to my neighbor, you know.
And the other dogs weren't attacking the dog at that time?
Well, his dogs are free to go inside and out. At
You
that
have a
time-
dog door?
I leave it, when I'm at home, I have the sliding glass door. I leave it open so they go in and out whenever they have to use the bathroom.
All right, so
Yeah.
birds could get in, insects could get in, everything.
Well,
But
that
to each
doesn't
his own,
happen.
it's your house.
That
All
doesn't
right.
happen.
So, but the dogs are not attacking his dog?
I just saw the puppy
You just saw
roaming
the puppy
around,
roaming.
And then from there, I thought he got another dog.
How long did you eyeball the puppy?
Just a couple, even if it was a minute, you know.
If he's being truthful, you're a liar when you say, I saw the feet go really fast.
It's in the police report, Your Honor.
The police
that
report.
He told the police that the dog got under the gate. It's in the vet. When they brought the dog down to the vet, they told the vet the same thing. The dog got under the gate. But
Not
when they
your
went to
dog
court,
dragged the dog
no,
over?
not my dog
but that
dragged
his
over.
dog got under the gate?
And
Is
then
that true? Let me see.
They went to court, and they lied to the judge saying it got pulled under, and they seized all my animals. My dogs have been at the. This is why I'm so upset. My dogs have been at the pound since this whole thing happened because instead of just saying, listen, We let a 10-week-old puppy that should have been out in the first place because it's a puppy, it's a baby. And, you know, we let him out, and he got in the yard. That's what they told the cops, and the cops said there's nothing we could do. So then they went to court, and they told the judge, first off, he said he was married, his stepdaughter. He's not married to Christy. It's not his stepdaughter. He says he fears for the safety of his stepdaughter. Then he says that while the puppy was walking in the backyard, the neighbor's mastiff pulled my puppy from under the fence and viciously attacked him. There was no tears whatsoever on the puppy. There was 4 puncture wounds. I don't know. We're talking about a 200-pound dog and a 10-pound puppy. I mean, they don't know their own strength.
So what you're saying is that he had all along, he had said, my dog got on the neighbor's property.
Yes.
Then magically it changes to
right here.
The neighbors ripped my dog underneath the... Let me see that.
That's that. Let me give you the police report. This is the vet report, which that's what they made the statement right there.
I have the field report from the police from that day, this one.
If you read what they said there.
Okay, in here it says, complainant reported his 3-month-old puppy went under his fence and the neighbor's dog grabbed the puppy and injured him.
And
to the hospital, you say, owner's mother reported that Dexter was outside and went under the fence into the neighbor's yard. And the neighbor's pit bull and mastiff attacked him. When did that magically become the dangerous dog complaint that you filed a week?
4 days later, they did it.
4 days later, you walk into court and you file a new complaint where it says, while my puppy was in the backyard, he walked along the property fence and the neighbor's mastiff pulled my puppy from under the fence, viciously attacking him. These dogs are left unsupervised 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The owner of the dogs does not live at the house. Do you live there?
I live there.
I witnessed the attack on my puppy. I'm very concerned for the safety of my 5-year-old stepdaughter. Please tell me, folks, because I'm very concerned, how the story changes from my dog meandered underneath the fence and trespassed onto their property and got eaten to their dog meandered underneath my fence, ripped my dog into their fence, and then ate it. Tell me how the story changed and why. Because if you had seen the dog being ripped over there, you would have said that, and nobody would have made a mistake anywhere. The problem is that when animal control came to your house, they said dogs are animals. You may think they're your sons and daughters, but they're not. They're animals. That's why you got to make sure your dog doesn't roam onto somebody else's property. Animal control told him that night, so now magically it's this other thing that ends up costing him thousands of dollars in boarding fees, and now a hell of a lot more, right? Because you guys just went to court on this.
Yeah, I have to go to back court tomorrow. And the dogs, my dogs are still there. They gave me 2 back, and I had to spend more money.
Okay, but did you tell the judge any of this stuff?
She didn't want to hear because she listened to what they said when they walked in.
But did you tell the judge? Did you show the judge all the other
she shut me down.
Contradictory statements?
She shut me down. Shut me down.
May I say something, Your Honor?
Yeah, I'm really, really angry, okay? Because you don't get to twist the facts because you're afraid of the dogs next door. I understand you lost your puppy, but it's one case if you lost your puppy because your puppy meandered over where he shouldn't have. Then you got to blame yourself for not having that fence blocked when you supposedly feel like those dogs are dangerous. And they're constantly left alone, and they're just out there getting an appetite for meat because the owner never lives there, they're alone 24/7. All the things you said, you just cold made up in order to have changes that you couldn't get legally. Can you imagine if somebody did that to you? You'd feel it's pretty damn unfair, right?
May I say something?
Yeah, answer what I'm asking, because I'm really, really angry.
Absolutely. Angel, I don't even know if he gave a statement on hand when the officers were there because he was upset.
I know that. You think this is my first rodeo? Let me tell you something. I witnessed my neighbor's dog take my cat into its mouth, shake it like Wild Kingdom, and kill my cat in the presence of my children. You could not have a more sympathetic judge, okay? But let me tell you what I will not tolerate. You don't get to manipulate the truth so you can get to the result that you want. So on this case, where they're suing you for $2 grand to pay for their dog, you're gonna win. So that's the luck of the draw. Now we got your counterclaim, though. And see, let me explain so everybody's very clear, okay? When there's a lawsuit, about one animal attacking another animal. The issue is, what did the owner do? What did the humans do? Because animals have animal behavior.
I knocked on their door 2
Stop
hours
and listen
later
to me. Stop and listen
to see if that dog was all right.
The issue is, did the owner do something wrong? And that owner didn't do anything wrong because his dogs are in his fence. And according to his testimony and according to my belief, because of all the other reports you file and him, clearly your dog trespassed onto you. So that owner didn't do anything wrong, okay?
Right.
But now we have you in another court hearing and a judge there. Apparently you guys like entered into a stipulation.
They were threatening to put my animals down.
Right.
They wanted my animals put down. They took all the dogs, and they've all been down there. I just got 2 of them back Friday. The other 2 are still there, the ones that were actually involved.
How much did you pay in boarding? Why don't you have your receipts for the boarding?
I haven't paid yet because the dogs are still there.
Yeah, but why don't you have proof of what it's costing you? How do you go to court and sue on a counterclaim?
When I first talked to one person, they said it's going to be $40 a day. They said, we'll let you take these 2, and when you pick up the other 2, you're going to have to pay whatever the balance is. So
okay. I want the answer to this question. I'm that angry. I want the answer to the question, how much a boarding costs. I'm going to take a recess and give you access to a fax, and I want something from them about how much boarding costs a day and what they estimate the cost to be. You have a court date.
Tomorrow I got to go to court.
Tomorrow you have to go to court. So tomorrow you are going to walk into court and show them that you got an electric fence because you agreed out of fear they were going to take your dogs away to an electric fence, to electric collars.
No, Your Honor. It was one or the other. They wanted electric fence and electric collars. I told them I'm not doing that. It got heated in the room when I said I wasn't doing it. The arbitrator said, the judge could do whatever she wants to do. They could be put down. I'm telling you, the judge put a scaring on me like you wouldn't believe. And from that point, when she said I could put those dogs down, I had the power.
Look, you want to save your dogs, you're willing to pay whatever it is. I got it. I need to know the cost of the boarding. Court is in recess.
Thank you.
All right. Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So, are pit bulls more vicious than the average dog?
Yes.
Why do you say?
They're known to attack.
So, a lot of people say it's the owner, not the dog. What do you think?
I think it's kind of both. Kind of like how the owner treats the dog, maybe, but pit bulls are known to be more.
What do you think?
I definitely disagree. I believe that pit bulls, it all depends on the owner, because my aunt definitely has 2 that are trained very well, friendly with kids as well. So
fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
My understanding is that we've determined during this recess that the rate is actually $10 a day per dog, correct?
$40.
For all 4, correct?
Yes,
Your math
the way
was
you just said,
4,000.
the way you said,
okay,
yes.
all right. So 2 of the dogs were there for 24 days,
yes.
correct?
Yes.
That's $480 that you are out on those 2 dogs. As for the other 2 dogs, we don't know when they're going to be released because we don't know when the city's going to finally inspect your property.
Right.
I'm going to write a written order so that you have something to take personally over to the people so that they understand that at least one judge who has listened thinks that this is a travesty.
Okay.
Okay? The defamation of character count. Tell me about that.
Well,
besides the obvious.
They went around telling people, and even in their own writing, that I'm not there taking care of my animals are neglected. There's, in writing I have from, she's a president of Save a Pet in Port Jefferson. She's handled my dogs.
I saw that. She wrote a very detailed letter about how well behaved your dogs were. I did see that. All right, whatever. The point is that she wrote that thing about your dogs, and that's fine, but that's not really what I have to worry about today. What I have to worry about today is how what I find to be a blatant misrepresentation by them ended up damaging you, and what I think is an appropriate measure of damages for you. I've already determined they're not going to get a penny from you. Now I have to determine how much you're going to get from them, and these are my findings. I find that you are out $480 so far for the first 2 dogs that you're going to be definitely charged. I am going to keep open my ruling as to the next 2 dogs because I don't know how much you're going to be charged, but every penny of what you're charged for boarding is on them because I find that they have absolutely, positively changed their story in order to get what they wanted. And as for your defamation of character claim, I agree with you, and I am also awarding you an additional $1,000. You can't do that. Okay? You can't tell the hospital and animal control that your dog got out and went to the neighbor's yard.
It wasn't me that told them.
They're telling exactly what you told them happened.
Because I was upset
if you had told them that their dog viciously dragged the dog underneath and that you saw that, that would have been what they were telling. You know it, I know it, and anybody within the sound of our voices know it. So it's best if you don't say another word. Okay? I will hand you a
Anything
written
is
order
full-time.
that you can use however you see fit with the city or the judge or the mediator.
Yes,
That is my ruling.
Tough time for the plaintiff in the courtroom there, only adding to having lost a puppy and everything. What's going through your mind now?
Basically, the owner should be home the majority of the time. He isn't home at all, but obviously the judge favored in his side.
The changing of the story and the wrong, you regret?
All the other
what went
stories
down?
were given by everyone else, not myself. Not a statement was given until in court. Yeah.
All right, tell us about losing the pup.
It was a very traumatic experience, and I don't feel that our side was heard as far as even the past with him never being home. He is never home, and the people who he had with him were very buddy-buddy, so.
All right, okay. All right, around the corner there, and good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, come on out here. At least you know how it must feel to
Absolutely.
have your puppy killed, you know?
I knocked on the door 2 hours later to see how the puppy was doing. I even made phone calls to see if I could get them another puppy. And then I get served with an order to surrender my dogs. You know,
Yeah.
they do what dogs.
You miss the dogs?
Yeah.
Really? When do you think they're going to come back?
Soon, right?
Soon? Yeah, all right. Let's go to Harvey.
All right. Okay, real simple. If you have a dog, I don't care what kind of a dog, that lets a dog run in the neighborhood, bite in the neighborhood, and the owner's irresponsible, call your local Department of Animal Control. They can do something and ultimately remove the dog from the neighborhood if it's a real problem. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
I'm always looking for ways to show my cat how much I love her. And with Fancy Feast Gems, I can pamper her whenever I want with a savory gravy on top of a gourmet mousse pâté. The pyramid shape makes serving simple, so all I have to do is peel and plate to make mealtime feel extra fancy. And with 2 entrees in every pack, it's easy to turn every day into the extraordinary. Fancy Feast Gems.
This is the plaintiff, Kenato Henry. He says he worked with the defendants delivering furniture, and they're stiffing him on 3 weeks' pay. This is America, and he's here to fight for what's right, an honest day's pay for an honest day's work. So he's suing in this court of law for $820, the amount he's rightfully owed. These are the defendants, Ashgan Ishmael and Hassan Karam Ishmael. They say they've very specific rules regarding attendance and employment at their trucking company, and the plaintiff knew the rules when he started. They've all the plaintiff's work records of when he worked and when he didn't, and are confident they owe him nothing more than what they've already paid him. They're accused of tricking a trucker.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff says he got stiffed delivering furniture for the defendant for 3 weeks, but the defendants say that they're square with him. It's the case of stand and deliver.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay. Kenato Henry, you are suing the defendant's business, Hassan Karim Ishmael and Ashkan Ishmael?
Yes.
You are the owners?
Yes.
Okay. For $820 in wages that you say they have not paid to you. Tell me what's going on.
Before I started working with them, they told me that if I don't show up at work, they're gonna charge me $100. I show up every day, and
Wait, what did you say?
I said
They told you that if you didn't show up at work, they would charge you?
yes, $100 every day if I don't show up.
You were okay with that?
Yes, I started working with them. He kept fixing the
What kind of work were you doing?
delivery,
Okay.
furnitures.
Furniture from where?
IKEA owner.
Okay, so you have a contract to deliver furniture
We
from
have
IKEA?
subcontracting from IKEA.
Okay. And so you were doing delivery with who, the husband?
Yes.
That would be you?
Yes.
Okay, go on.
And he kept fixing the truck on my time. I kept complaining about it.
Well, what do you mean by on your time? Because you get paid by the day no matter when the day ended?
Yes. For example, we do 6 delivery, and then the store, they send us to the store to pick up and do 5 more deliveries. And
Right.
it was, by the time we get to the store, the guy that's supposed to give us his stuff, he went on break. I kept waiting. So I asked him what time I'm going home. He said, you want to go home? Go home. And I took the bus and I went home. He was supposed to pay me that day $480.
So why are you suing for $820 if he was supposed to pay $480?
Because it was a Saturday. He was supposed to pay me for the following week.
Okay. So on the Saturday that you have the dispute with him,
Yes.
you've been working how many hours that day?
I wake up 4 o'clock to leave at 5 because we're going upstate New York. I live next to him, close by, so he picked me up in the morning.
Right, but by the time that you say, when am I going to get home? And he says, go ahead and go if you want, that's what time?
That was after 6, going to 7.
Okay.
And
You were supposed to get paid how much for working how many hours?
He told me he's going to pay me $80 a day for 12 deliveries.
Regardless of how long it takes?
Yes. When I go to the store at 5 o'clock, then we're going to have like 5 more stops, maybe 6. You don't know how many stops we're going to have.
And you would get paid the same?
Yes.
So what time were you getting home on those days?
Sometime I get home like 11 o'clock, 10.
This doesn't sound like a very good job.
No.
Okay. So now he says go ahead and go and you're fired? Or how does that work out?
No, he said if you want to go home, go home. And I went home.
And then do you go to work the next day?
No, I don't work on Sunday. He didn't call me Sunday, and he didn't call me Monday.
So you didn't go to work Monday or Tuesday?
No.
And then when do you decide, let me call them and get my paycheck?
I text him.
You texted
I tell
him?
I'm coming to pick up the money. I remember it was a snowstorm, and I went there to pick up the money. He cursed me out. She was trying to be nice and talk to me, but he cursed me out.
What did he say to you?
Go f yourself.
Oh, okay. All right, so what's going on?
Okay, I had the interview with Henry, Your Honor. So I explained to him the system.
What's the system?
Okay, I confirm with you the night before, you're working tomorrow. If you can't, you say, no, you can't, that's it, no problem. If you say, yes, you're working, and I confirm it with the company, you have to show up to work. Because if at the morning you decide not to show up, it's a big mess in the company, in the warehouse, everybody. So I take $100 from his pay to pay an extra person double to go for that day.
Okay, so what's going on in this case?
Okay, what happened, Henry, we did the interview. I explained to him, you got $80 for the first 12 stops. Anything extra, you got pay extra.
$10 extra.
For just $10 extra period?
Yes.
No, yeah.
Yes.
It's like highly illegal.
Yes.
Okay, because you got to pay at least minimum wage, and if somebody's working until from 6 in the morning until 11 at night, that's not minimum
Well,
wage.
Your Honor, that's how all these companies. It's not my rules.
That's how all these companies exploit their workers?
No. This is not my rules.
No, it's just it kind of sounds like slavery, which was abolished with the 13th Amendment. If you earn a paycheck, you earn a paycheck.
Exactly, Your Honor.
Okay, so what happened here?
When I looked, he didn't have any extras all these days.
We did 30.
Can I see your records? What you're looking at? So what happened on that day?
When I work in the store, I have same-day delivery. He starts scream because that time and say, this is too much. I tell him, if you want to go home, go home. Because I start working and I call someone, he come to help me for this day.
And who's that?
This is my partner.
All right, but why aren't you paying him?
Because that day, Your Honor, he quit.
So you think that day was for free?
Okay, Your Honor.
Yes or no? What are you saying?
I'll explain it.
No, exactly answer what I'm asking. Are you including in your math that day, or
No,
are you?
Your Honor.
That's right. So you think that day he doesn't get paid at all because you don't like what he did.
So do you think that a lot of workers get screwed by not getting minimum wage? What do you think?
I think people need to know their rights a little bit more, and they'll be able to know if they're getting screwed over.
But do you think they're getting it? Do you think that employers pretty much do it?
No, probably not.
What do you think?
I think it all depends if they speak English.
I don't want it depends. I want a yes or a no.
Yes, actually, I think they do.
That they get minimum wage.
Yes.
Kind of agree with you. What do you think?
Me? I think that a lot of people don't get paid minimum wage, and that happens all the time.
Okay, fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
He was yelling in front of the store, in the store. This is too much, I have to. So my husband said, if you want to leave, go ahead, leave. So my truck was off work for 4 days.
Okay.
Because I don't have a helper.
That's your problem. You're going to make him pay you $400 for each of those days like he didn't show up?
Can I finish?
Is that what you're saying?
No, Your Honor.
Then where are you deducting his paycheck from?
No,
I just need you to answer exactly what I'm asking.
Well, I will tell you. When we make an agreement, if a person quit or doesn't show to work, because I explained to them.
How much money did you deduct from his wages?
It's 1 week pay.
And what authority did you take a week away from the 10 days pay?
When you make a contract between two people.
Now, why don't you just take 2 weeks off? Why don't you make him owe you for the next 3 months?
No.
You know what? I don't want to hear another word. $820 and your court costs. Let me just tell you something. You cannot do business like this, okay? There is no more slavery. We have labor laws. We have minimum wage laws, okay? You cannot make a man work 16 hours and then tell him, oh, by the way, since you quit, I'm now going to charge you a week's pay. It's ridiculous.
Well, you can't just make up arbitrary rules for labor. So what are you thinking here?
It's all bullcrap because what it is you work for us. We have 2 people on the truck. I tell people if you don't come the next day, you
I don't want a whole new explanation. You heard the judge came down and
well, it is what it is.
Well, you're going to change the way you handle, and you're just going to keep going. Yep. Even though the judge sees it as like...
he sees it her way, I see it my way.
Because
you might be back in court again then.
Nobody ever works 16 hours or 19 hours.
Because some days he works 4 hours.
He works some days 3 days.
All right, 1 second.
Sometimes you work 3 hours, sometimes you work 9 hours. So
well, I would recommend that you take a close listen to what the judge ruled and maybe make some adjustments, possibly. Okay, head right down this way, man, if you would. All right, step on in here. How are you feeling about the outcome of this case right here?
Good,
yeah,
happy.
Okay,
I
good.
deserve it.
Yeah. Come on here. Yeah.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling happy. The outcome is good. Once I receive my money, I have nothing to do with them. That's it.
Okay. Harvey, what do you think?
Okay, you have recourse other than going to court. If you are shortchanged by your employer, many states have labor commissions. It's a state department. Call the department, and a lot of times they can mediate these disputes and even penalize an employer who doesn't follow the law. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
You open the Walmart app and boom! The Reebok and Hanes styles that keep your kiddos on their A game delivered in as fast as an hour. That's right, those comfy Hanes Performance Crew socks they love in the app. And the coolest shirts, shorts, hoodies, and leggings from Reebok? Yep, Walmart's got them. They'll feel so focused in their new gear they won't even notice you freaking out on the sidelines. Shop Reebok and Hanes in the app. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new. Subject to availability, fees, and restrictions apply.
This is the plaintiff, Catherine Sirico. She says she's done business with the defendant and her laundromat for 40 years and brought her daughter's beautiful wedding dress to her for cleaning. Unfortunately, it took 10 months for her to get it back, and when she took it out of the plastic wrapping, the thing smelled. Not only that, it shrunk. There was no sheen left on the fabric, and, well, it was just ruined. She's heartbroken and suing for $2,750, the purchase price of the dress. This is the defendant, Susie. She says she did nothing to harm the plaintiff's wedding dress, has been in business 34 years and can't believe the plaintiff, who was like family to her, is suing. She has no idea why the plaintiff's turning on her like this, but definitely owes her nothing and is sure the judge will agree when she sees the evidence. She is accused of woeful wedding gown washing.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff brought her daughter's wedding dress to the defendant's cleaners, obviously to get cleaned, and after 10 months, it came back smelly and short. But the defendant says she didn't mess up the dress. It's the case of with this dress, I thee sue.
Thank you, Douglas. Catherine Sirico and September Sirico. You're Catherine, you have power of attorney, you're the mom?
Correct.
Okay. You are suing Susie. You've asked us not to mention the name of the shop. And just to refer to you as Susie?
Yes.
Okay. You were suing Susie's shop for $2,750, $50 that you paid them to clean a dress, and $2,700 for ruining the dress, according to you. Tell me what happened.
Well, in September of 2011, my daughter got married, and she had purchased a custom-made silk chamois wedding gown.
Okay. Is this a dress, I take it?
It is.
Okay. Can I see it? And the dress cost at that time $2,700?
Correct.
I have my glasses. Thank you.
The gown is all about the fabric and the fit.
Right.
And being able to wear it again. It's the marks that we can't get out of the fabric.
Will you tell me what marks?
Can I come over?
Sure.
You see these?
The lighter areas?
The lighter areas, like these marks. Can you see over here?
I do. I can definitely see the discoloration here.
Right.
And here and
because
here.
Susie washed it.
What did you bring it in there for?
To be cleaned. What had
Did you say dry clean? Did you say, or you were going to leave it up to them?
You know, I've known Susie for over 40 years. She's done all our...
40 years?
40 years.
Yes. Wow. You are one loyal customer.
Right, I am. Started with her dad when she was a kid.
Oh, my goodness.
So I called her and I said, where should I bring September's wedding gown? Do you do them? And she said, yeah, bring it in.
Okay. So how did you clean it?
I talked to my brother, and my brother says that the beads would melt on dry cleaning it. So the best thing to do is soak at the bottom first, and then wash all the dress. And that's what I did.
So you hand washed the dress?
All by hand.
Okay. Why didn't anybody call the $2,700 seamstress who made it to find out what she thought, or the manufacturer of the fabric to find out what they said? I mean, you see the stains she's talking about, right? Can you come over?
Sure.
Yeah. Do you see?
Like that.
Like that, like that, like that. What's all that?
I don't know, but can I say something too? I sent it to a special place in Rhode Island.
Right.
They recleaned it.
Right? And that's as clean as it'll get?
Yes, that's what they said.
How did they clean it?
By hand, maybe, I don't really know. See, like that.
Yeah, but like, how did that happen? Yeah, these are that are very light. Like, how did that happen?
Since when she picked it up, it was out of my way. How do I know what she did with it?
Well, she was mad from the beginning, though, right?
She never brought it back to me to show me.
But she was mad from the beginning, so we're pretty clear that it didn't just happen. Yes. Okay, go ahead and go back there. Yeah.
I also have photos.
This is why I shop at TJ Maxx. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Why on earth would you get a wedding dress cleaned at a huge expense?
Because you would hope that you could pass it to maybe your grandchild or your daughter.
Okay, fair point, but do most girls who get married want to wear their mother's wedding dress? Seriously?
Nope.
So why do you do it? Why spend all this money?
I just have it clean. I don't know.
I sound anti-wedding, don't I? I kind of am. I am. Going inside the courtroom.
I do have photos of the fit and of the gown.
You have a different complaint also, that you're saying that the sheen is different now, right?
This whole gown, the simplicity of it, the fit, the fabric, and being able to wear it again to a black or white tie affair was the purpose. It wasn't a gown, it was going to be worn again. There was going to be, what's the word they use when they put the gown in plastic forever and ever.
Well, you don't put it forever and ever.
Preserved.
You put it until somebody...
Preserved.
Yeah, but my wedding gown is in there. My wedding gown wouldn't fit one thigh. Okay? Not one thigh. I weighed 100 pounds when I got married. So I'm not sure why it's preserved, but I assume the theory is that you'll preserve it until you have someone in your life that's going to wear it again. What a mess. Why didn't her insurance cover this?
Because she doesn't carry that. She just carries liability insurance.
Oh, you definitely shouldn't be taking $2,700 wedding dresses.
So anyway, when I went to first place, Susie has things forever. She's just known for that. It's kind of a joke that you'll give her something and you're lucky if you get it back 3 months later, but we're used to that.
Well, how much later did you get it?
10 months. I brought it in September and I got it in June.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Took that long?
Because she didn't need it. I mean, she's not wearing it. I was very busy. That's the time of the year I'm very busy.
I'll say you're busy.
It's an ongoing thing. But in this case, finally, when it got to be where my daughter had an affair to go to in May, I said, Susie, now I'm not playing. I've got to have that gown. So when I walked in, Susie had it hanging there and it was plastic. And I said, the first thing was the scent. That's how we got to the washing. I said, oh my God, this smells like fabric softener. And Susie knows, and everybody who knows my daughter and I were deathly allergic. So I went and I said, oh my God, what does that smell? And she very earnestly said, oh, it must be I must have washed it, with a scented fabric detergent or softener or whatever. And I said, washed it? Oh my God, what would ever possess you to wash? That's a $2,700 gown that's
And then did her
double
eyeballs
silk.
like bulge right out of her head when she heard it was $2,700 because she didn't know that beforehand? Okay.
And anyway, I said, well, I paid her for it, but let me just try to
Because at the time you thought the only problem was the scent?
At the time, until I got it home and took off the plastic and I aired it out for about 2 weeks before we even thought about the gown. And then finally she put it on and it did not fit. It was custom made for her. So anyway, that's when I called up Susie and I said, when I brought it to you, I thought that you would be sending it to whomever specializes in wedding gowns.
Okay, who is your brother? You said, I called my brother and he said that the beads would melt.
He's been in business for like 45 years.
Doing what?
Dry cleaning. There's no guarantees, things like that. Sometimes when I give certain wedding gowns, he explains it to me. Make sure the customer signs. It's not going to come good.
Did you do that?
Yeah, they have to sign.
In this case?
No, I did not.
Oh.
I should have told her.
Yeah, you should have told her, because you're not going to be able to use that as your defense now. What does everybody else do? What did my guy do? For all I know, it's in tatters inside of that hermetically sealed box I can't even see it. Who knows if it's even it might not even be in there. It'll be like Al Capone's vault and Geraldo opening up and saying, "Oh, that was anticlimactic. I open up, there's going to be no wedding dress." You have no idea, but I got to imagine that not a lot of people are hand washing a wedding dress that's made out of silk.
Certain silks, I get them all the time. They say hand wash.
Yeah, but see, the problem is, it turns out your guess wasn't good about this silk.
No, but the labels say
look at it. It got ruined by you washing it, right? Now, you're suing for $2,750. $50 that you paid her, and the $2,700 for the value of the dress. Of course, there's depreciation. And in this case, because it's a wedding dress, your daughter got to wear it to her wedding. But it's not worth the same thing that it was when you took it from the designer's store before your daughter's wedding. Therefore, I find in your favor in the amount of $2,000 on the dress and another $50 on the fee that you paid her for a sum total judgment in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $2,050.
Well, the defendant has just bought herself a new wedding dress. You going to get married?
No.
Oh. Should you have not taken this job?
Maybe not.
Right? Mistake? Maybe you should have somebody sign something. If you're taking something like that, right? What should you do? What are you going to do next?
I'm retiring, so I don't have to worry about it.
You're retiring. All right. Okay. All right. Good idea. Good luck in retirement there. All right. So the plaintiff wins this case. You retired her.
Oh, my goodness.
Maybe you shouldn't have given that dress over to her like that.
In retrospect, as my daughter tells me every day, I shouldn't have.
Mm-hmm. You going to miss that thing?
Miss the dress?
Yeah. Would you rather have the cash for it?
Oh, she'll just go get another dress made with that.
Harvey?
You know, a lot of states have a Department of Consumer Affairs, and there's actually something called a Board of Fabric Care in some of these places where they actually regulate and license dry cleaners. If you have a beef like this, you can end up going to this board. You should check it out to see if they have it in your state, because they might be able to help you resolve your dispute short of going to small claims court.